Good morning, Falcons. Today is Monday, October 13th, 2025. I'm Eli, and this is your view from the Falcons' nest. This is Fire Prevention Month. If you haven't already, make sure you test your smoke detectors. A good habit to start is checking smoke detectors when the time change occurs in the spring and fall. In this week's edition of Health Minute, WVPE reports that nearly 2 months after a deadly massive measles outbreak in Texas was declared over the highly contagious disease continues to spread across the country. The U.S. has now confirmed 1,563 cases this year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the highest annual number in more than 3 decades, but the true total could be even higher, says Dr. Paul Offit, director of the Vaccine Education Center at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. He points to the current outbreak in South Carolina, where more than 150 unvaccinated school children at two schools are now subject to a 21-day quarantine after being exposed to measles. The State Department of the Public Health this past week reported the eighth confirmed measles case since September 25th. Meanwhile, a large measles outbreak along the border of areas of Arizona and southwestern Utah continues to grow, with Utah now reporting 55 cases this year as of Friday. Nearly all of the cases occurred in people who were unvaccinated. Six people required hospitalization, according to the Utah Department of Health and Human Services. Wastewater testing shows that the measles virus is more widespread in the state than previously known in the neighboring Arizona. Officials have reported 63 cases so far this year, and in Minnesota, officials last week reported that a small recent surge in measles cases there has brought the state's total from the year to 20. All told, the CDC has confirmed 44 measles outbreaks in 41 states this year. The agency defines an outbreak as three or more cases that are linked. The vast majority of cases were in people who were unvaccinated. 27% of people who have been in children under the age of 5, about 1 in 8 measles cases, have resulted in hospitalization. Measles is one of the most contagious diseases known to humans. On average, an infected person will infect as many as 18 other unvaccinated people. A person with measles can emit infectious particles that linger in the air for up to 2 hours, long after they've left a room. That's why it's so highly transmissible. Before widespread vaccination, pretty much everyone got measles in childhood, and 400 to 500 people in the U.S. used to die from it each year. The disease was declared eliminated in the U.S. in 2000. To protect communities against outbreaks, they need a vaccination rate of 95%, according to the CDC. Nationwide measles vaccination rates have been slipping for years. They're currently at 92.5%, and that's this week's Health Minute. Our annual parent-teacher conferences will be from 3:15 to 7:15 p.m. tomorrow and Wednesday. Our annual chocolate sale is in progress. Juniors and seniors are selling chocolate to defray the cost of prom tickets. They have several different kinds and all prices are $1. Friday begins fall break. We will not begin in session Friday or a week from today. Now,
Hello and good morning. For today's weather, it is mostly sunny with a temperature of 48 degrees, a real feel of 50 degrees with fair air quality, partially cloudy. Moving on to the 3 day forecast. Today, high of 74, low of 52, partially cloudy. Tuesday, or tomorrow, high of 74, low of 53, also partially cloudy. Wednesday, we're going to have a high of 65 and a low of 48, also partially cloudy. Moving on to sports.
Falcon football team now knows its fate after the sectional draw Sunday night. The Falcons will be on the road at Calumet a week from Friday. The winner of that game takes on either River Forest or Mishawaka Marion. The latest power rankings are out and it presents our interesting conundrum for Glenn this week. The Falcons are ranked ahead of their first round sectional opponent, Calumet. Even though Calumet has a 5-3 record, the number one teams from 6A to 1A are Carmel, New Palestine, Indianapolis Chatard, Cascade, Brownstown Central, and South Putnam. Crown Point is number 8 in 6A, Maryville is 5th, and Concord is 10th in Class 5A. East Noble is 6th, Mishawaka 7th, and Lowell is 9th in Class 4A. Knox is 5th, and Tippecanoe Valley is 7th in Class 3A. Now back to lunch with Grayson.
Hello yet again. For today's lunch options, we have popcorn chicken smackers, hot ham and cheese sandwich, PB&J Uncrustable, ham chef salad, turkey chef salad, and for the sides, we have mashed potatoes, steamed broccoli, variety of fruit, dinner roll, chicken gravy, and smoked cheddar cheese. I'm afraid that's all we have time for today, Falcons. Have an amazing day.